Good evening. Welcome to the Black Curriculum, the video series that answers the following question. What literature and experiences can be shared with others to better understand Black lives? Back to the program. New month means new topic. I've decided to focus on poems this month. I'll briefly introduce the author, highlight a few key elements that influenced their poems, and finally name a few selected poems and how they stood out to me personally. First runner-up, he was a well-known playwright, a social activist, and a masterful poet, Langston Hughes. Born in Joplin, Missouri, Langston Hughes mainly grew up with his grandmother. As a matter of fact, she played a pivotal role in his life. Among his catalog that he will soon develop, he wrote and dedicated Aunt Sue's stories to show gratitude to his grandmother. As the years went on and his penmanship began to gain more notoriety, Hughes began to toy around with the idea of going to college. Fortunately, he chose to attend Columbia University in New York. During his time in New York, he became one of the pioneered writers during a time when blacks who were living in Harlem took part in an artistic, intellectual, and literary rediscovery of self-identity. Historians call this the Harlem Renaissance. Wow. How dope is it that a city full of conscious black folk led the charge in self-expression? It was in the 1920s that Langston Hughes became a key voice for black people, especially in Harlem. So here are a couple of Langston Hughes' poems. First, Let America Be America Again. This one spoke to my soul, I tells you. So many thoughts resonating in my mind. The recurring line of the poem, America was never America to me, speaks for itself. But I believe he meant something more. I believe that he was talking about the dreams and hopes that America has yet to see come to fruition. Those very hopes and dreams that the land of America would offer us. Also, I like how he addresses freedom, or the lack thereof, and what it means to the people of color living in America. If you read the stanza, you'll see lines reminiscent of police brutality and inequality. Bottom line, we ain't free because America isn't the place it's supposed to be. Finally, the poem ends with a sort of call to unite and band together. Solidarity, a key ingredient to making America what it needs to be. Now these days, it's a bit hard to read this poem without thinking of our current president-elect's slogan. Anyway, solidarity is a key ingredient towards eradicating racism and other forms of injustice that have plagued disenfranchised groups in the States. And poem 2, Dreams Deferred. I like this poem because it addresses a question that isn't asked that often, but is a frequent occurrence amongst the human condition. Let's face it, we've all had dreams deferred. I'm not gonna lie, the only thing I want deferred are my taxes. But seriously though, what happens to a dream deferred? What happens to a couple who has to postpone their wedding because life is happening? What happens to that ambitious student who has to wait one more year to take an exam that he was 2 points away from passing? What happens to that married couple who's trying really hard to have a baby? To me, this poem is looking at you square in the face and asking, well, what you gonna do? No, it didn't happen or didn't come true, or maybe something did happen. The point is, you have a choice to make about what you're gonna do moving forward since in fact your dream was deferred. I can go on and on about his catalog, but I'll let you decide what poems resonate with you. What I can tell you is I know what loss feels like, and I have had dreams deferred. And I know that life can be really hard sometimes, but within the struggle lies a common trait amongst black folk. Resilience. We know how to deal, and we sure enough know how to overcome. I got a question for you. What is your favorite Langston Hughes poem? Leave a comment below. It will help me sift through his catalog a bit easier. This has been the Black Curriculum.